Warm blessings, Master Shaman Pali Chi here with another video for you. Today we're going to talk about the 8 ways you can create positive energy to help your relationship. Today we're going to talk about this part, and we're going to have you, for your homework, to go and try some of these things to see if it actually changes the mood of your partner or of yourself. Number 1 would be to watch a romantic movie. Something like a Bollywood movie is always the trick. It helps to alleviate some of that anger or some of the maybe the part where you got from the dispute, the negative energies that we talked about in our last video on creating good karma. When you create good energy, it helps to create a good cycle of karma. So when you start to watch a romantic movie, it changes the energy in you and therefore changes the karma. And even if you don't know the words, put it on subtitle. I find that when you do watch a positive movie or a feel-good movie like a romantic movie, it brings you back to thinking about your partner and how you both loved each other or had brought good communications toward each other at a certain time. Now it could backfire and make you think about those other times that weren't so great, but then you really do hone in more on the on a percentage level to a romantic part of you, and the feelings that you can recall about you and your partner together. Number 2 would be listen to relaxing or instrumental music. When you listen to relaxing or instrumental music, it helps you more so to concentrate within the mind than to think about what is on the outside. So what does that mean? It means you start to, again, have memories. It changes the mood of everything within yourself and on the outer part of you. And so this brings back maybe good memories and or calming parts of you, a calming energy to bring you that control of self and the better part of life, thinking about more things that are better for you in your life than negative things. I find that listening to jazz or bossa nova or any instrumental type of music will help you to relax and calm down yourself more so. When you do going through a relationship argument type of thing, you want to be able to leave the other person alone and think more about yourself. What could you improve on your own habit or your own language in order to connect or communicate to the person better next time? This has to do with you and your alone time. Especially when you're alone, listen to this soft music or this instrumental music to help you better concentrate for the self and internally. Number 3, put a smile on your face. Every time you smile, whoever is looking at you or looking at your face is going to typically smile back. And sometimes it's going to be hard to do this without eye contact, because haven't you noticed that sometimes when you do have an argument or after a dispute, you just can't really look each other eye to eye, and this will usually bring you to a sense of you don't want to belong or with each other or be with each other at that moment. And that's perfectly fine, but you can go and take a fresh breath, come back into the space where this other person is, and just allow a neutral or smile look on your face. This will also help to create a positive vibe between the both of you, even though it was just not positive. Number 4, watch a romantic comedy alone or together. Now, if you can do it together, that's great. You should do that. But sometimes right after a dispute or argument, you don't want to watch a romantic movie and you don't want to watch it together. Does that seem true? I know it has for me. So when you watch a romantic comedy, again, this is the whole idea of changing the mood or changing the energy of the atmosphere around you. So when you do watch this, you want to be able to capture what goes on in that comedy, and then it starts to actually, without you actually noticing, it starts to relate to you and your romantic times. Just like number 1, when we had talked about that before. Number 5, eat or drink something cooling, something that's going to give you a cooling and calming effect. Sometimes ice cream kind of does it, and you know, have you seen those shows where they just had an argument and the person actually goes and grabs a tub of ice cream? Or we often say, I'm going to grab a tub of ice cream and I'm just going to relax on the couch and watch an old-fashioned movie. That's like the old days, right? We also do that nowadays too, but we've heard of that before. Why does ice cream calm you down? Because it's cooling. So we need cooling foods such as a bubble tea drink, a Thai tea drink, and I'm giving you a lot of Asian because that's what I used. You know, tricolor or jelly fruit drinks, those help as well. Aloe vera drinks also is a very good one. So those has something that I find that helped me when I was in this sort of situation right after a dispute. And who would think that a shaman gets into a dispute? Well, you're only human, and you do, especially if you have a family and you have a husband. So you want to be able to have something for yourself and calm it down. And sometimes you're saying, I'm so heated, but at the same time, if you utilize some of these tools and these tricks to help you calm down, then it creates the energy within yourself internally to just have a more relaxing state of mind. And then also for the people that surround you to have a more calming effect as well on them. Then it comes back to you as well on that energy part. Number 6, clean up the house. When you are frustrated and you start to clean up the house, it actually helps you to think about it in your mind internally that you're actually cleaning up your thoughts as well. So do number 6 when you are frustrated. Some people will just do that naturally too, if you notice that from your parents or your grandparents. So I noticed that growing up as well. But when I get frustrated, even for a shaman, you're only human. Right after a dispute, or let's say for example you've felt some negative energy and you're kind of frustrated, then cleaning up the house, cleaning up your room, cleaning up something within the physical arena helps to clean up the spiritual part of you as well internally. Number 7, go shopping for yourself. When you are frustrated and the dispute has just ended with a spouse or with whatever type of relationship, and this can also be a relationship with like your mom or dad or brother or sister, you can go shopping for yourself. When you shop for yourself, you're also rewarding yourself for something that maybe you thought it wasn't not your fault. So if you think that it wasn't your fault and you go shopping for yourself, you're rewarding yourself. But for example, if it was your fault, and even if it was, you probably would shop for yourself or for someone else, and that would actually make you feel better. Number 8, change your hairdo. When you change up your hairdo, it starts to help you to change and shift inside internally, and the mindset starts to change with the hairdo. So with this changing things physically helps to change things internally and vice versa. If you're into makeup, change the colors of your makeup. It will help you to change the energy within yourself and shift those energies that are not good out and accepting or cultivating new energies in. This is when you change the physical part of you forward. So that you can grow. Changing colors in your life will help you grow in total. The truth is, you want to be loved, and if the person that is too fearful, who is next to you, or your partner, spouse, or significant other, is afraid to show it to you, then you want to start to focus in on yourself. They may have another agenda outside of you, but you don't want to focus on their agenda. You want to focus on what is your agenda? What is your why for staying in the relationship? I'll leave you with this, and thanks for watching my video. Leave me a comment down below if this worked out for you or not. I know it has for me in the past. And we'll see you in my next video. Warm blessings, Master Shaman Palai Chi with Faliti Healing.